question number 45. We have to figure out the sequence of a few things that are happening over here in outcrop C. Basically, it's kind of this area. We need to put them in order from oldest to youngest. And it's a little bit of a tricky question because you kind of have to decide, what happened first and next and all that stuff. Now, one thing you definitely want to look for is what's on the bottom, right? The bottom thing is always going to be the oldest. Out of all of these things that are listed, the red sandstone is at the very bottom of everything. It's below everything. The intrusion is coming through all that, but it's happening later on. So the sandstone had to be there before the intrusion could kind of cut through it. That's why you see this this contact metamorphism happening here. So sandstone is definitely first. And you know what? That actually gets rid of everything except for our correct answer. That gives us number 2 as the correct answer because the red sandstone is the first thing. So if we kind of think about the sequence here, here's the sandstone forming. We form all that sand and it gets compressed and compacted. And then after some time goes by, you have all this rain and erosion and stuff that's happening at the surface of that sandstone. It kind of chews away at this layer. And so now what happens is now my sandstone kind of looks like this. It's all eroded and broken down at the top. And that's what we call the unconformity. So the unconformity happened here. It's all that erosion that took away some of that sand. After that, you can kind of see how this intrusion cuts through all of it. And so we had probably this siltstone form on top of it. Okay, but we have this intrusion that's cutting its way through and kind of eating away at all that stuff. And basically, it forms through those layers. And you can kind of see how that happened. After all that takes place, you can see how this fault, XY, makes this whole entire intrusion shift. And it actually shifted up in our picture, and this kind of shifted down. And so that was next. So again, I think the easiest thing to do is figure out what the first thing to happen is, and that tends to eliminate a lot of choices. So the correct answer here is number 2.